How many books have you read about personal growth? How many times have you opened the pages of a book, felt that spark, that rush of inspiration? You felt the fire rise in your chest and told yourself, this is it. This time, it's going to be different. You devoured those books. The bestsellers, the gurus, the stories of success that made your soul ache with longing. I'll read this one, and it will change everything. But then what? The next day, the next week, you're back in the same place, the same struggles, the same inner battle. You still can't shake the doubts. You still procrastinate. You still find yourself lost in the same toxic patterns, the same cycle that seems impossible to break. You read and you read, hoping to fill that emptiness, hoping that one more book will finally hold the key. But then, nothing. You just keep turning the pages and waiting for a moment of clarity that never arrives. Think about it for a second. Have you ever felt this way? Like no matter how many books you read, the change you expect just never comes. Leave a comment and tell me about it. Let's open up this conversation. We're not alone in this struggle. How many times have you asked yourself, why do I feel like this? Why do I keep failing even though I've read all the right books and listened to the right advice, followed the perfect path? Let me tell you something you might not want to hear. Reading, learning, gathering knowledge. It's not enough. It's never been enough, because the truth is, knowledge alone doesn't change anything. It's like gathering firewood but never starting the fire. It's like going to the gym just to watch workout videos. You learn, but you don't gain strength. The missing piece is action. For years, you believed that if you knew enough, if you read the right books and followed the best advice, everything would fall into place. That wisdom would naturally translate into change. But here's what you missed. Wisdom is nothing without action. Many of us fall into the information trap. We think that understanding is the same as taking action. But life doesn't change with the brain. It changes with the hands. When you read a book, you felt the excitement of possibility, but you didn't act on it. You read the words, but you didn't live them. You didn't embody them. You didn't let them transform you. And in that moment, you failed. You remained consumed by information, but hungry for transformation. The first thing you need to learn is that transformation is a journey, not a destination. We live in a world that bombards us with quick fixes. We crave instant solutions. A click, a post, a book, a podcast. We consume without ever fully engaging. We think that if we know enough, we'll be enough. But knowing and being are two different things. How many times have you felt like you were standing at the edge of something great? Your breakthrough, your moment, only to watch it slip through your fingers like sand. How many times have you felt that nagging emptiness, that dissatisfaction, that hunger for something real? That hunger is the call to action. I can't tell you how many times I've felt paralyzed by the weight of knowing, the pressure of having the answers but feeling too fearful, too overwhelmed, too unsure to act on them. Fear is the thief that steals the treasure of transformation. It tells us to wait, to plan, to hesitate, to hold back. But real change doesn't happen in the waiting, it happens in the doing. You can read every book about success, but if you don't act, if you don't take that first step, it doesn't matter. And here's the deeper truth. Action isn't just about doing, it's about being. It's about deciding that you're no longer the person who reads about success, but the person who lives it. It's about embodying your vision. Let me share a story. There was a young man who spent years reading the greatest works of history. He studied the greatest thinkers, the most brilliant philosophers, the most inspiring leaders. He filled his mind with knowledge and wisdom. But when it came time to take action, he hesitated. He feared failure, he feared judgment. He feared the pain of pushing himself into the unknown. But one day something changed. He looked at his life and realized that all the knowledge in the world meant nothing if he never had the courage to use it. So he stepped forward. And the world didn't give him an easy path. There were setbacks. There were moments when everything seemed to crumble. But each step, each failure, was part of the process. He was no longer reading about success. He was creating it. It was only then that he realized the power wasn't in the books. It was in the actions he took. And those actions came from belief. You see, belief is the bedrock of everything. As Napoleon Hill says in his bestseller, Think and Grow Rich, if you don't believe you can do it, if you don't believe you are capable of achieving your vision, then you are only setting yourself up for failure. If you don't see yourself as someone worthy of greatness, then no matter how many books you read, it won't matter. Your actions will reflect your inner beliefs. So the first question you must ask yourself is, what do you believe about yourself? Do you believe that you're worthy of success? Do you believe that your vision can become a reality? Or do you believe that you'll always be stuck, always searching for answers, always feeling incomplete? Because here's the thing, your belief shapes your reality, and belief is the spark that ignites action. If you don't believe you're capable of achieving your dreams, you'll never take the steps needed to make them a reality. This is the moment where you take responsibility for your own destiny. Your destiny is not in the hands of the next book or the next speaker. It's in your hands, right now. And now I want you to ask yourself one more question. What will you do differently starting today? What action are you going to take? What step will you take that will propel you toward your goal? Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Because today is the only day that matters. Today is the moment where you have the power to change everything. Today is the only moment you can truly control. So I want to hear from you in the comments. What is the first action you are going to take today? What's the first thing you're going to do to turn knowledge into real, transformative change? And now make a promise to yourself that you won't back down from it. You see, the journey of transformation is not an easy one, but it is worth it. It's worth every ounce of effort, every drop of sweat, every failure, because the person you become on the other side is worth every struggle. Your success doesn't come from reading about it. Your success comes from becoming it. And so I ask you again, what will you choose to believe about yourself today? Will you choose to believe that you're capable? Will you choose to believe that you're worthy of success? I'll leave you with this. You are the hero of your own story. Your transformation starts now with your belief, with your actions. The books were just the beginning. The real change starts when you decide to become the person you were always meant to be. And that person is unstoppable. And now, if this woke something up inside you, if it reminded you of who you are and what you're truly capable of, then don't keep it to yourself. There's someone out there right now still living in silence, still drowning in excuses, still waiting for permission to rise. Share this with them. Be the reason they wake up too. And if you're tired of surface level thinking, tired of the noise, the excuses, the sleepwalking through life, then take your seat. This isn't just a channel, it's a circle around the fire, a place for those who are done being average and ready to rise. Here we don't just talk about growth, we burn for it. So take your seat at the fire, subscribe, not just to content but to the mindset, the mission, the movement. Let them scroll, let them sleep. You build empires.